Hey, Cleveland, what's up? I'll be right there. Just behind the camera right now. What's up, Cleveland? How you doing, bud? John, how you doing? Oh my. Alex, we didn't get a terrible amount here at my house. We got about a foot. We're supposed to have more coming tonight, and into Monday. A couple of miles up the road where I hunt, they're at about 2 feet. And then Erie is just shy of 4, is what a buddy of mine tells me. Also, I am on Wi-Fi, so if the signal gets all goofy, let me know and I'll switch over to cellular. Probably move that a little bit. I tell you what, it is chilly today, that's for sure. Definitely chilly. Yeah. Alex, you're lucky. We've got, I want to say it's 20. My computer tells me over here. No, it's not telling me. I want to say it's probably upper teens, low 20s. Hey Turner, what's up? Yeah, the shop got a little bit of a cleanup. You can see I got some shit moved around, cleaned up. I got some cherry slabs that are gonna get stacked up back here in this corner. I'm just gonna stack them up, and they're gonna sit in here and dry for a bit until I get till I get them off to the kiln. And I've already lost half my stuff. I have no idea where a lot of my stuff is, so there's that. Camera's all goofy. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, it's wonderful. I still got a bunch of stuff back there. That's like you can see these. That's one of my scrap boxes. That bucket there is full of scrap, and then there's some other stuff back there that just needs to go in the house, into the basement. We're gonna try a fishing rod holder, a stand-up fishing rod holder. Unfortunately, my Lazy Susan hardware hasn't come in yet, so either Amazon's gonna open the garage door, or it'll show up when it shows up. Oh, I should probably give myself a like. I got the stream going on the other computer just so I can keep an eye on it. But so we're gonna build this prototype out of just some scrap shit that I have laying around. So like these boards right here, these ones on top, are just some pine. I don't know. Maybe they were shelving. I have no idea. But we're gonna run them through the planer. Underneath them, right there, I've got some like 1x4s that I found underneath my workbench. Drove all over for propane. You know, like a gas station nearby, or they don't do that down there. Up here, we can just take them to the gas station or a bunch of other like little stores like Ace Hardware, and just trade in the bottle. Or we got a place up the road that'll fill it for you. Tell you what, though, it is cold outside. Dang, sold out of propane. Must be a hell of a cold snap you guys got down there. Deep fried turkeys does take a good bit of propane. We burned through, I want to say 2.5 bottles, 2.5 20-pound bottles. Alright, what did I do with my blood? And I got all the insulation done. That was the whole point of cleaning up back there, so I could get all that insulated from here around. The only spot that's not insulated is that corner over there. There's like 6 bays that aren't insulated, but that's going to get rock wool in it because that's where the wood stove's going to go. Oh yeah? Mrs. T likes the, I'm guessing that's like one of those one that has the, like, electric fire or whatever. Ooh. Yeah, I can't argue with that. And a lot of them, you don't even have to have the heat on to have the fireplace effect. So you can have a nice little fireplace look while you're, running the air conditioner. If you want to get romantical. We all know Turner's super romantical. He just looks like the type. How you doing, Purnell? Alright, so what I need to do is I need to run some stuff through the planer. We're going to strip off whatever the hell is on those boards there. We're going to run them through the planer and then we'll get them all chopped down to size. The 1x4s, I need to get them down to a 1/2 inch thick. So. Already destroy the Christmas tree? What the hell? Turner the Gigolo. Oh, goodness. Alright, so since we got stuff cleaned up, now I guess it's time. Wow, it got warm in here. Holy cow. Alright. Looks like I'm going to take my hoodie off. Might as well hang this up here. Oh, goodness. I'll give these a little once over and see if I see any nails in them. I think I got them all out. Well, I have spare blades. I'd really rather not burn through them if I can avoid it. These are just some pine boards. Pretty sure these are pine. Yeah, they're definitely fine. So what we're gonna do, actually, is we're gonna build a frame out of this, right? Like I said, this is the prototype. Hi, Mike. How you doing? So we're gonna build a frame out of this, and the top and bottom of it will be wider, so that the probably Alex. I have no idea, honestly. I think they were in the garage when I bought the house. They were. There was some scrap wood that was under that workbench over there. So that's what we're going to prototype out of because it's ugly wood. So we're just going to build a box with an extended top and bottom, right? That sticks out both sides a little bit. In the middle, we're going to make it big enough that we can put these things in. So we can slot them in, have a couple of them in there. And we'll put rods on both sides and leave the front and back open. I'm assuming that this is a general size. Like, this is the ones that I have. So the Flam View or whatever. It's got a bunch of random junk in it. This must have been one that I just needed to throw junk in. Yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see. They don't look too terrible. They're very naughty. So, we'll see how it turns out. Well, we're going to run them through the planer here right about now. I need to go this way. Alright, so I'm going to make some noise. Oh, better unplug the fridge. Little breaker. Alright, I'm going to make some noise. Be right back. Give me just a second. I tried to run some of my Christmas trees through here the other day. It didn't work out so well. So a couple of the pieces blew off the bottom. And I guess they got stuck in here. That's what first flew out of there earlier. Thought I had them cleaned all out, but I didn't realize they got on top of the blades. I'll look at chat here in a second. That's why I wouldn't blow out. Also probably why I was slipping. Yeah. Yeah, pull the turn. Hi, Wayne. How you doing, bud? Man, I really beat my blade up on that little blower. Sorry. Okay. That all taken care of. Get this thing put back together. And then I can finish playing. And these boards do look pretty nice. They look like old pine. They're not really white. They're kind of yellowish. Well, at least on the first couple passes. You can get rid of that most of the way anyway. It looks like the back side of that I might have got rid of most of it. Alright, let's try this again. this side, and then I'll do the other one. We're gonna cut our losses on that one. The deer were moving a little bit. I didn't get anything worth shooting at. Hey kid, how you doing? And I ended up calling it quits at about 11. It got to snowing really bad and couldn't see 20 feet in front of you, so. So we're going to cut our losses on that one. It's going to have to get cut down. That section of knots in the middle, the planer really doesn't like that. And I gave myself a splinter right on the side of my hand right here. So, now that it's all dusty in here with God only knows what kind of dust. Need a drink to wash down that weathered nonsense. See if my chat froze up here. There we go. Holy cow. Hi, Steph. Hi, Dave. Wow, this chat froze up a long time ago. Holy crap. Hi, Logan. Good Lord. Hi, Lily. Yeah, pretty much drinking sawdust. But it's beer flavored, so it's fine. Yeah, Logan. We already eat it. Might as well drink it. Yeah, so we're gonna make do with this one board, and I think we'll be fine. I think that's more than enough for the little box that I want to make. I just might make it shorter, if anything, because I only need 4 pieces. I need top and bottom and 2 sides. If need be, I've got another piece that may actually be a similar. Look at that. I'm pretty sure that's exactly it. If need be, I'll run this one through the planer too. Alright, so we're done with this one for now. I need to run. I'm going to cut our losses on that one. I need to run some 1x4s through the cleaner just to get them down to a 1/2 inch thick. Yeah. So I need to get these down to a 1/2 inch thick. And they're just regular pine 1x4s from the heart, or from, I don't know, probably some Lowe's or something. So I'll set our stop to a 1/2 inch. I guess I should make sure that I actually have enough room to run that. Alright, that's better. Alright. All right, guys, my rollers are slipping. Refresh chat because the channel has gone X-rated. Yeah. Good golly. Yeah, Alex, I think the chat freezing is a YouTube thing. Sure. Yeah, I think that other shelf board, whatever that other board was, pretty sure that whatever was on that board gummed up all my rollers. So I will have to clean that, but that's not right now. Oh, let's make sure we're at a half inch. Just a touch over, but I think it'll be alright. I think it'll be alright. Alright. Put this up so I remember to clean it later. That should be far enough. If I make it high enough that it's annoying, then I'll go, oh, there's a reason I made it up there, or I did that. Because otherwise I'll just grab it, tomorrow or whatever and start trying to make. Yep. Great. There's a lot of sawdust on my floor. Wrong broom. It's like a rabbit cage exploded in here. Which I guess is better than a rabbit exploding. Alright. Get most of that crap over there. Oh, let's see. Matthew, Dave, Alex, Pernell, Logan. Alright, I'm pretty sure I got everybody. Alright. Man, I caught that splinter and ripped the skin open on the side of my hand here. That's really inconvenient location. All right. I got a bunch of shims around here somewhere. just lost my shim again. Alright. So what we're going to do is move you guys. 12 pack of bud. Nice. Probably lower that down some. Alright. Okay, so since I've only got the one board now, I mean I got that one, but we're gonna see if we can't make one work. So we're at 6 feet and a quarter inch. We'll lop that off. So we'll do cases are 2 inches high, plus I need a dado, so we'll say 3 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go 15 inches. On that side. Where's my pencil? Take a quarter inch off that side, plus a 16th for an eighth of an inch. So we'll go 20 and a quarter. Two, 15 times 2. There. Make this easier to work. Probably help if I plug it in. Into that one. Use that one. That's so far off. Mint. And all right. Here's our top and bottom. And our two sides. This one will have to be the bottom. So what we're going to do is... See you, Dave. Logan, I don't know. I'm not even monetized yet. And I'm not even sure that I want to do a membership thing. Hey. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't think that it's anything that I can do right now anyway. Huh. Here's the end of my board. Had old bug holes in it. If any bugs come out of here, every bit of wood in this shop is getting burnt. And no bugs. Meh. Alright. Okay, so what we're going to do on the top piece, anyway, is we're going to route out a, like a J with a big circle here and a slot so that you slide your fishing pole in and then move it over and it hooks in. So, got scammed. Yeah. Yeah, the wood that came with the house was junky. Go figure. Logan, yeah, you can send me an email anytime. I mean, I guess that would be a good way for seeing orders like everybody does on Turner's channel. Anyway, so we're going to make the box bit first, and then we're going to see how tall we need to use the 1x4s to make another little thing for a rod to kind of sit against. Yeah, right. But first we're going to run these through the table saw and get nice square edges. And all even, because that doesn't look good at all. All right. I want that. I want that. I found the bag for this, and I'm convinced they do absolutely nothing. Hi, Fishing with Nate. How you doing? throw this on the floor for now. Gonna need it again once we build the box. Now, since I do want to prototype this first, we're not going to pay much attention to joinery. I think what I'm going to do in the actual build is I'm going to do mortise and tenon joinery. I have an idea, like through tenons with a wedge, and that'll hold everything up and it looks nice. But for this one, because it's a prototype, we're just going to slam some screws in it and get an idea, you know, if it'll be functional or not. But I do need to get the table saw. There's so much room for activities in here now. So much room. I don't currently have a lathe. Not here or in the big shop. But I am thinking about getting a benchtop lathe, so that I can do small things like so I can do small things like knobs, you know, drawer pulls, things like that. And sticking with my theme here of easily accessible, there's some pretty cheap lathes out there, like benchtop lathes. Oh my God, Logan! Yes, yes, it does. Okay, so drywall screws are supposedly more brittle than a wood screw. I've used drywall screws for a lot of things. In fact, that table there, pretty sure 90% of that is drywall screws. So, hi Squirrely, how you doing, buddy? And you see me dragging it around with that 100-pound planer on it. So, the only real big disadvantage to a drywall screw is a wood screw will have a wood screw has this. They have a shank. So this piece is in the wood that you're pulling against, so it'll actually pull against, right? This one has the shank too, but it's got like counter twisted little thing, whatever. A wood drywall screw is just threads, so if your boards pull away a little bit, that's it. That's where they're going to stay. And then if you run it out, squeeze it back, and run it in, you're ripping threads out of one side or the other. So, that being said, I got shop furniture. Half the shop furniture in the basement was built out of drywall screws. So, because you can buy a bucket of like 10 billion of them for next to nothing. So, ain't nothing wrong with some drywall screws. Alright. Actually, don't need the sled. This doesn't need to be that high. We're just going to knock the very edges off of these. I'll probably get rid of this corner here, this strip, because it's broken off and mashed in right there. So it's going to come off one way or another. Really? Sorry, my Jenga pile of sandpaper fell down over there. Alright. So I'm going to run these real quick, and we're going to run all 4 of them to knock this off, get a nice fresh edge on there. Hey, Mac, how you doing, buddy? I mean, to be fair, Turner, if your table can hold you, the drywall screws are fine. I mean, unless you're doing jumping jacks on it every day, all day long, I don't really see a point in it, in anything else. Also, I got drywall in my house on the ceiling that's held with nothing but drywall screws, and it hasn't fallen down yet. So. Logan, I'm when I do get a benchtop lathe, I'm probably gonna play around with making little pens, because I've got so many chunks of scraps laying around that aren't really good for much, but they would make a great pen, you know, or drawer pull or something. So I'll probably play around with it at some point. I appreciate you thinking about me, though. That was no offense, Turner. I mean, if my table can hold me jumping on it, then I'd say that it's built sufficient too. Yeah, Mac, plastic is a lot quieter. Yeah, thanks, Logan. I appreciate that. Lexan, are you talking about? Are you talking about this stuff or the plastic? This like real thin plywood stuff or the plastic stuff? The thick plastic. Yeah. I've never cut any, so I'm not sure that I would know how to cut it. All right, these got to go on the sled to square up the ends. Prison windows. Are you planning a jailbreak or? Can polish it see-through with toothpaste. I mean, I guess toothpaste is basically a polish. Alright, this one's got to get squared up a little bit here. And to square these up, all I'm doing is just taking the very finest of shavings off. Ew. Well, I bet that's what gummed up my roller. Why my rollers slipped. This knot right here, and probably that knot there, they're still sticky. I don't know how old this board is, but that sap is still there. Mac, I don't have a website yet. I'm working on it. But my email address is in the like description on my YouTube channel, and there's a Facebook link on there. So you can send me an email or send me a message on Facebook, and we'll get it figured out. Hey, Weston, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for popping in. Actually, thanks everybody for popping in. Yeah, Purnell, I'd be interested. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm always down for trying new things. All right. So we got that. Now we can go to box. Oh, we can't do box assembly yet. Still need a table saw. Man, that stuff is sticky. Alright. So I need to do the dados. Every 2¼ inch. Going across these. So there's 2-inch. I should mark my tape measure. Should mark 1/4 inch on here. Two and 1/4. Because those are 2 inches and I'm going every 3, so I can do. Oh, I need a 1/2 inch, so I'll go 2 1/4 to 2 3/4. Two 5/8 to get rid of blade thickness. Hey John, how you doing, buddy? Like hotcakes with butter on top, huh? Weston, I'm doing pretty good, man. Thanks for asking. Well, for now, send me a message or something. If it's something that I can assist with, sure, I'd help. So I want my blade to be up probably about 1/4 inch or 1/3 of the way through the board. Finish that. Looks pretty good right there. So this is going to be my inside. This is going to be my inside. We grab a clamp and a stop block. These scraps of wood I got laying around here. So we're going to put a stop block at the 2 1/4 mark. I'm going to make a little standing rod holder. I'll have to make a another board for the base later on, because my Lazy Susan thing didn't come in yet. All right, Purnell, that works. That should give me a 1/2 inch. Oh. I know I have some 1/2 inch thick stuff around here somewhere. There we go. Alright, I gotta nudge that over just a little bit more. I'll probably do her. Could end up being commercial. Oh, need a tiny bit more. Maybe there. That looks much better. Much more better. We hog it out. That's what I'm going to do up both sides of these side pieces here. I'm going to do them so that there's a little more than 2 inches in between them. And that way your little tackle box things can slide right in there. So, in order to make sure they match, you have to do it on both of them. Now I can move this back to my 2 1/4 mark. And now I can take this off. If we didn't mess this up. Nope. Good. So all I did was Hey, Luca, what's up, bud? Honor your lost loved ones and friends. So all I'm doing is to make the dado, because I don't want to put a dado blade on here because it's a whole thing. Um, so I marked my first cut, and then I figured out what I was doing the first board there was to figure out where the second cut needed to be so that this would be a half-inch opening, and then I'll just hog out the rest of this. Got done with chores. Nice. So my saw blade has a flat tooth every third tooth, so it leaves a fairly flat cut. It actually, I don't know if you guys can see it, it's actually a little scalloped. You can see where each of the points were that went up. So there's one tooth that's angled this way, one tooth that's angled that way, and then one tooth that's flat. Yeah, Purnell, say hi, or Lucifer rather. Say hi to Dave for me, or Shade rather. God bless it. All right. So there we go. Those two pieces are in there, nice and purty like. So now we need to come over 2 more inches. Got a tape measure. What's our distance from the top? 2 and just over 1/4. So we'll go. Right there. Clamp this. I mean, it is really hard to stay out of the kitchen. I agree. kind of sneak up on this cut here. Need to go another half of a blade. That'll probably do it. Come back just a wee bit. Go there. Just a little bit more. I had bumped my blade to drop it down a little bit by mistake. So I had to go over and do those again because they were a little shallow. But, as you can see, we've got 2 sets lined up. We need to do probably 2 more. Oh, what? mag for a really wide one. That would look weird. So go over another 2 1/4. Okay, now I need a 1/2 inch again. All right, Pernell, I'll check that then. Oh, yeah. The little fuel pump for that. I'm gonna make a soundtrack of my shop, and that's gonna be the undertone for the entire thing. All right, now I need a 1/2 inch. Go there. Come back 1/8 of an inch. Let's see what that looks like. That is going to be just a bit too wide, so we want to sneak up on it. That'll be better. let's go just a nudge wider. Not much, just a bit. That's better. Alright, now I have to do them from the other side because I'm out of fencing here. It is not audible when I'm playing music. Just in case anybody was wondering. Wait a minute. Okay, we're gonna have one because these are an odd length because I wasn't thinking apparently. We're gonna have one of them that's a 3-inch. Yeah, there'll be one of them that's a 3-inch. So Turner's gonna have to come up with some bigger boxes so I have something to put in there. Now we want to come over that far and then back about there. You know, if I was thinking, I'd cut this down into a smaller, more manageable piece. Alright, we'll go there, see how that looks. hog this out. There we go. We'll be able to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little bait trays in there. Noodles, Slim Jims, and string cheese. Noodles and Slim Jims. Good God. Get up there and hit it one good time. God damn. All right, Weston, have a good one, buddy. Yes, there'll be a top on it. That's what these other two pieces are. And I'm kind of thinking that I might just dado these together. I mean, not these two, but have the top and bottom dadoed in. And then just punch some screws in it, just for fun. Because this will end up sitting at my house while I debate on if it's a good design or not. And if it's a good design, I'll build it out of real wood. So this will be the bottom and the top. Before I connect it, I have to do out my J's. I'll probably put 3 poles down each side. I think 3 would fit. It's 9 1/4, so 2 inches or so between each pole. Inch in from each end. Yeah, I should be able to put 3 in. Put one about an inch in from each end, and then 1 in the center. That way the reels aren't too close together. But yeah, I kind of think I'm going to do this real quick while I have everything set up. I only have to make 4 cuts, so I only have to measure it twice. Actually, I only have to measure it once. So I should be able to cut it, flip it, cut it, and be done. So, needs to be at least 14 inches. And I got 20. So, if I have... Oh, goodness. I know, like, there would only been 3 inches out here for me to put a hole in for the rod to sit in. I mean, that's probably plenty. 1.5 inches in, put a Forstner bit inch hole for the base of the rod to sit in. That's probably fine. And in fact, that probably won't make this one turn because there'll be no real need for it. I'll have to do that for the next one. I'll make a round one. Alright, so Turner, you got a fishing rod handy? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, Matthew. Three down each side. 3 spots to hold the bottom of the pole. Measure. Tell me how big the bottom of the pole is, like where the base is, please. I want to say 1 inch is plenty big enough, but I figured you wouldn't have a pole turner. I don't think you've ever gone out fishing. It'd be like a first time going out. Just a regular small pole, like I don't know, a normal pole. I just want to know how big the bottom of the pole is. Like the bottom of the grip or whatever. No, not how long they are. How big the base of it is. Like if this was my fishing pole, right? This is the very end of it. How big around is this part? 1 inch. Okay, cool. So I'll make it. I think I've got 1 1/8 or 1 1/4 inches. That should be fine. Thanks, Matthew. Thanks, Logan. Appreciate it. Yeah, the handle. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have plenty of room for that. And the reels will stick out into no man's land. It'll be alright. Okay, so 3 inch to, let's see. Need to mark this on this side. Alright. Drive me bonkers. Right. I'm gonna get my 3-inch cuts in here quick. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to build a round one. That's probably going to be about... actually, I think I might make a 2-foot diameter base. And then the top will be tapered into maybe a foot. So that the poles sit kind of like a pyramid. Maybe not that far. They might be 1.5 feet. But I'm going to do a round one of that. And every 3 inches have a rod go in. That's going to be the one with the Lazy Susan on it. Alright, let's get this going here. That far. Hang on, guys. All right. Give myself a little bit of room to sneak up on it here. All right, let's try this. It's actually pretty good. Alright. We'll hog these out. And then we'll do a test fit. Now, normally I would clean these up with a chisel, but we're not going to worry about that today. Yeah. Get this turned around. So here, I'll do something here. I'll round this edge over or something and this edge over so that it gets rid of that. But and then I'll put in 1/2 inch little pieces here and up through here. I'll do my Forstner bit holes and my my little J's up here. Thanks, Purnell. Appreciate that. Alright, so what we need to do is not use the table saw as an assembly table. This broke down and moved out of the way. Oh. Huh. You know, I do have a bunch of these 1/2 inch strips from the Christmas tree builds. Maybe I won't cut down anything else. I'll use up some of them scraps. Alright, so there's that. So we need to mark out our sturdy and hard to miss. Well, I would hope so. We need to mark out our J's and our oh, that was really tight. Our J's and our bottoms. So move these out of the way for now. So Oh. Alright, no. Alright, so got that. So if I come in, let's say 1.5 inches from each end. Then we'll get the center of our board here at 4 5/8. 4 5/8. Split it here. I'm going to put it right there. 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 This one will be the same. So go 1.5 inches, 4 5/8. That one comes out to 7 3/4. Inch and a half, 4 5/8, 7 3/4. Alright, I got all my holes marked out. I really hope I have the proper Forstner bit out here. Yeah, look at that. I have 1.5 inch Forstner bit out here. I think that'll be plenty. Hi, Janelle. Alright, so this would be a wonderful use of the drill press. So I'm going to grab that real quick. I have definitely got my money's worth out of this drill press. All right. So the first one, bottom. Gator proof? No, doubtful. Definitely doubtful. First one, we only want to go in about halfway. Which, surprisingly, right about there. I need to clamp this thing. It's going to bite hard. Right in the knot. Look at that. I mean, that's fair, Luca. Well, this is going to be in your guys' way, but... Son of a biscuit. The clamp wasn't clamping. Alright, we'll go with that. There's the first three little rod base. Equal Turner on making tabletops. Oh. The clamp's in the way. There's the rod holder bases, or base holders. And I think... I agree, Logan. 10mm sockets have never existed in the history of ever. I will have to glue this crap back together, because that's going to just split off. And I think what I may end up doing is I may put a piece of that felt or velvet or something in there. I have these things that are hose clamp pliers. You use them. They clamp off a hose. And I used to have 4 pairs of them, and now I have 2. So that means that there are 2 cars out there, hopefully 2, running around with a hose clamped off. Alright, we're going to do the same thing here. We're just going to go all the way through. So I need a piece of wood underneath there. Piece of plywood looks good. I think what we'll do is clamp the plywood down. That'll be alright. We'll just see if this is going to get all hinky or not. There we go. One set. That chat comes up. Disc of heavy leather probably work out too, yeah. For now, so I've got this little toolbox here that's filled with just basic stuff and nonsense up top. And then my toolbox at work is probably 3 times as long as that and filled up with a whole bunch of junk. And I have even more piled up on top of and around my hutch. Like, there's not enough room for all the tools that I had. I say that as in, like, I've got a big metal table next to the box that's covered in tools. I've got a roller cart thing that's covered in tools. It's ridiculous. At some point, it just gets to be too much putting them all away. It didn't go all the way through. I left the skin. Alright. There's the little rod holder bits. So what we're going to do is we're going to notch out here, and here, and here. We don't want to do it on this side because then there'll just be this little finger wood out there and it'll break. Them snap-on screwdrivers do have the tendency to grow legs. You know, I gotta be honest, I didn't know if this drill could run a 4-zer bit that big. And, I mean, you had to go slow. I stopped it a few times, but it was taking off pretty good chunks. So, bravo, Harbor Freight. Getting more and more useful every day. But now, I'm done with the drill press. That was smart. Oh, that must be the belt tension. Huh. I never even checked to see if the belt was tight. I didn't read instructions before when I put this together. I mean, this thing goes in that thing, and pretty simple. All right. Give me just a second to get this table brushed off here. You know, I've got like 30 of those little hand brooms, like dustpan brooms, and I can't find a single one of them. I know I have a bunch of them. Just don't know where they all are. But I know where my 10 millimeters are in the garage here. case someone who has better tools. Oh, let's see. Oh, not that one. So I got 10mm wrench. And 2 more. They don't go missing at all. 10mm. 10mm 3/8. More. 10mm deep. Ten millimeter super deeps. Well, there's more than 10mm in there. And just in case you're feeling super froggy, 10mm 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch drive, 10mm. Because reasons, I guess. Oh, and another 10mm shallow, 12 point. Hey, there's my staples. I was looking for those. These ones don't get used very often. At the shop, I have, I don't know, 20, 10mm, and I can tell you probably where 5 of them are. Like at my day job. Personal favorite, though, is the 10mm on a 1/2 inch drive. Because if it's not coming off, I'm breaking it off. I lost those staples Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving night. And I hunted and hunted and hunted and couldn't find them. And they were laying back there behind that box that I use as a shield. See life in a nutshell? Alright, so what I think we're going to do is we are going to come in just on the edge of the hole. Come over a little bit more. That'll be good. Nope, wrong side. This one has to be on this side. Then we've got to go probably about a 1/2 inch over. And then we're going to round this off on the router so we get a little J. Like this. So this section here, cut this out, cut that one out, cut this one out, and that'll be the, You know, I'll round over everything, obviously, but that'll be you slide your rod in, and it just sits in here. When I do these later on, I won't use 1.5 inches. There's no need for that. Um, Welcome back, Brunel. There's no need for that. I'll use something smaller, but I had the 1.5 inch chalked up, and I don't know where my other Forstner bits are. So, yeah. So for the purposes of this one, we're going to use a jigsaw to cut these out just for speed. And I'm not going to run all the edges over on the router. I'll do that with the hand router later. I don't want to keep you guys terribly long, and we're already coming up on 2.5 hours. So we're going to chop these out with the jigsaw. And see what happens. It's either going to fall apart or it's not. So, I'll have the table. That's pretty tight. Yeah, Matthew, I wanna wrap the whole inside of the holes and the slots with felt, and then maybe put like a little ball on the end of it, um, just as something to kind of so the rods don't get bumped and just fall out. Like how to use a drill press. Alex, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of it cleaned up. There's still a lot of stuff back there that needs to go away. I got a hell of a pile of sawdust over here now. Looks like a rabbit pen exploded, but all right, let's see if I can get you guys a view so that way if this breaks, you can at least enjoy it. Yeah, you'll be able to see it break if it breaks. All right. Grab the most aggressive jigsaw blade that I have. Oh. I need a different battery. This one is charged. All right. one. A little goofy looking, but there. Now it's less goofy looking. Alex, somehow that doesn't surprise me. I bet you've also lost a bunch of 10 millimeters in your day. That's why you have a box of them now. What can I say, Alex? I like DeWalt tools. They're so convenient. And my Mac guy will bring them to me. Plus, I already started with the DeWalt, so now I gotta keep going. I mean, they are overpriced, but they do seem to hold up pretty good for me anyway. Oh. All right, nice little notch. Sorry, my back is killing me. I gotta kneel down a little bit here. Oh, man, I'm getting old. All right. Let's get you guys back up here to a respectable height. So everybody's back's hurting. Man. I eat Tylenol and Advil like they're M&Ms anymore. Probably not good for me, but... So, there's our little... You know, I think on the next one I'll make it wider so I can have 4 of them so they at least match. Although, maybe that's a terrible design. I don't know. Hate to see what it looks like when I round it off right there. What's a respectable height? No comment. Yeah, I don't have arthritis or anything. I feel bad for you guys that do. Or blown out discs. Man, that's gotta suck. I don't take care of myself. And, you know, young dumb me said, man, I only have to worry about when I'm old. And now here's old me. Never thought I was gonna make it this far. All right. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to clamp and glue these because I want to see if the glue will be enough. I mean, it's going to get screwed together at some point. Or the other model will be screwed together, a production model, but I'm curious to see if the glue will hold up. This is going to be my own little personal test on the strength of glue in a dado. If I go into the basement and find my rods laying on the floor, then I'll know. But I'm not going to round off anything until... Yep, Alex, that's what most people do. I've got 8-foot ceilings in my basement, so I figure I can get at least my 7-foot rods standing up. Make it look at least sort of presentable. And let's be honest, it probably won't be in my basement, it'll probably be in my living room. Because reasons. So I'm going to glue this together, and then after this is glued, after the glue is cured, I'll put in the little slider inserts. So we won't be doing that. We won't do that tonight, but I mean, I could probably pop some in real quick just to see how they look, but we're gonna have this stuff all. And I need to make sure these go in the center. Hey, we're going to run those 2 knots together. I think that looks nice. Alright. As nice as it can look, because it'll probably get painted. Wow, the bottle glued itself shut. I need paper. Hey, you guys want to see my favorite knick-knack ever? I found it when I was cleaning. I had, In one of my old jobs, I had this hanging on the wall above my toolbox. It was wonderful. So, yeah, my favorite little knick-knack ever. I'm gonna have to find some place to hang it up in here. Right? I had seen that and I was like, I need it. I need it in my life. I'm not usually one for is that Turner? I'm not usually one for knickknacks, but that one I couldn't pass up on. Even a little squirrel was flicking you off, like just all around awesome. If Turner grows his beard out, it'll look like him. They are hilarious. It's great. I'm super glad that I found it because I haven't found another one. I mean, I'm sure I could look online and there's probably a million of them, but I didn't go that far. If Turner could grow one. He's got that little peach buzz going down. Oh man, I slopped glue up on the side. Usually when we talk about Turner, he pops in here, wants to know who's starting shit. Alright. So I don't know who makes that gnome, but now that I found it, I think I'm going to create an SVG file for the laser burner and make it on a piece of wood, or make it out of multiple pieces of wood because it'd have to be layered. It won't look right if it's not layered, I don't think. Where are my sides? Here they are. 3-inch sides on the top. Alright, I need clamps. Obviously, if this wasn't going to get sanded, I would use sacrificial blocks between the clamp and the wood. And those are the only two that long I have available. Well, this is going to look ridiculous, but I've got two of these big chunky ones. There we go. Did you really? See, I never actually looked for it. I looked at the... I remember buying it from one of those little, like, fair stands. And then every time I went back, there was just none to be found. Alright. Now, I'm gonna try to tap that down with a hammer and a block of wood. Alright, well, I guess I'm not getting tapped down. Loosen that pressure up a little bit. There we go. Well, there goes one of my half-inch pieces. So I was playing with let's get you guys in a more forgiving angle. Nice. Matthew, did you buy one? Well. How you doing, Tyler? Didn't know you'd be on. I thought you'd be working for ever. Well, thanks, Matt. I'm gonna have to go and check. I'm gonna have to get one then, because I kind of want one out here, and I want one in my house, and one at work. So I have this thing on my router, or for my router. They're called miter lock joints. Hey, what's up, Hendrick? Or Hedrick? Sorry. You are working. Why are you on? Why? You freaking government workers. So I was playing with this thing, this miter lock, and I was doing, I did it different ways just to see if I could make it do things. And I rather like it, so I obviously, So this end is goofy because on the very end, you know, it dips down into the router. On my 8th 12-hour workday, you slacker. So this end doesn't line up very well. But anyway, so it makes a nice on this one, probably little ones, little tiny wheels on it. I'm gonna make a round one here in a little while. But so I was playing with the miter lock thing because I wanted to. There's something that I want to make, and I need. I need to curl wood. I need to spiral it, right? Like this one is like different thicknesses, but I need to go around a tube. So it's kind of like that, right? And then yeah, it's definitely not for in a boat. So I'm going to laminate some stuff to make this. I'm going to laminate it to make 3 pieces that curl. And then on the inside of the tube, I'm thinking I'm going to get one of those like concrete tubes, the forms. On the inside, I'm going to curl it the other way. So I have like a 1/2 inch or whatever gap between the outside strip and the inside strip or curls. And then I'm going to run a center post up through it that has a, you know, obviously a hole through the middle. But I wanted to see if the miter locks could get a tight enough joint to make it worth it for me. But so I'm going to run the post down through to run a power wire to put a light on it. Have a spiral lamp. Or just, you know. I think it'll be really cool. Hey, Lewis Brown, how you doing? Doing pretty good. Just built the got the rod holder and glue up here. Seeing how now this is how flexible cedar wood is, by the way. It's gonna break now. I heard it crack. Oh, there it goes. Cedar rubber, yep. So, but because cedar is so flexible in thin strips, I think that's what I'm going to use to get my. I don't know if you guys can really see the curl. Like I want it to go around a tube and like, you know, spiral up, right? Yeah, I was thinking about. I thought about steaming it, but because cedar is so flexible and I like the way it looks, if I cut thin enough strips, I don't have to steam it. As long as my curls aren't that tight. If they do get tight, then I have to steam it. But if I was using something like maple or anything like that, I would definitely have to steam it. But I don't need that big of a curl. I only need it to go on like a 3-foot section. I need it to spiral from this side, go around, and come back to this side. So just one 360 run. I don't think I have to with the cedar because it is so flexible. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it turns out. I might end up having to steam it. So, but so I'm going to laminate strips up, make them about 1 inch No, that's too bulky. Maybe a half an inch of a laminate. Make 3 of them that spiral up, and then 3 of them that spiral down for the inside, and then a core of whatever I decide to do up the core. Something that'll complement the cedar. Yeah, I'll improvise a wood steamer, I guess. I've never built one, so why not? And now I got room in the shop, so, why not? Why not take up more room? There we go. I mean, back there was going to get taken up from floor to ceiling with cherry wood slabs, so that's going to be a thing. But yeah, I think it's going to look really, really cool. Nice, Logan. So when I made my canoe, I didn't use a steamer. And it was probably the wrong way to build it. But after a little fighting, it was fine. Yeah, Matthew, that's what I was thinking. I could get like a 12-inch PVC pipe, and that way I can steam anything. Really. Anything that I intend to steam. And then I know they make steamers that you can buy on Amazon. I have seen them. Just hook them in. And box it in with some styrofoam insulation, and hang it on the wall when I'm done with it. I just have to make sure I put a drain on the end of it, and make sure it angles so the wood or the water runs out. Like I've seen people make them. I've seen people make steamers, but well, that's interesting, Logan. I don't know when I'll ever use that, but useless information for me gets locked away real good. I'll forget your name, but I'll remember that you can bend PVC with hot sand. I've seen people make them. I don't really have a plan, but I have an idea. I mean, basically, all you're doing is just holding the steam in a container for a while to saturate the wood. Pot of water on the stove, huh? Huh. I mean, I guess that could work too. Hey, when I get the wood stove in back there, that'll definitely be able to boil water. But I want the wood stove because it'll keep everything really dry in here. So, hey, Justin, how you doing, bud? Thanks for popping in. All right, so now that I don't think this glue's gonna run, it's starting to set up. So let's stand this up so y'all can see. I got those 2 like 4-foot long clamps on there, so we gotta dangle those off the side of the. There's gonna be the rod holder right there, and I'll put the. Put the little slots in. Oh no. Is it too small? Oh. Oh, no, I just can't get in there with the clamps. All right. At least I hope that's why. If it's too small, then I'm going to have to change everything. Oh no. Oh no. Alright. Well, this is why we prototype things. But that'll be the general idea. Alright, so, needs to be wider. These need to be smaller. Man, I thought for sure I had that measured out. I'm at 13 7/8 on the inside here. Oh. When I opened one of these up, I must have came to the inside instead of the outside. Because I needed to be at 14. I must have opened them up to the inside too far. Well, nuts. Oh well. I've got other. There, you can go in that way. I'll just put shelves across it. Problem solved. No, Alex. Measure never, cut all the times. Yeah, Pernell, I think this one is rather large of a box. I don't know. I'll have to look around and see if I have other ones. This was just one that I had grabbed. It's got like random nonsense in it. But I may just say, screw it, put shelves across it and slide it in this way. And then I could put Turner's little boxes in there too. Yeah, it looks about right. Some sandpaper the size of the tackle box. I mean, if I opened these up a little bit more, I could use this lip as the shelf to hold these in. And I'll be honest, I've got enough of these that I might do that. Actually, I don't even need to. If I run a 45-degree router bit across every one of these, that'll get it in. So what it's doing, I don't know if I like that, but what it's doing is, you see how these have these like little angles here? It's hitting those. So that's why this one won't go in. But that wasn't what I wanted in the first place. I wanted it to sit on, you know, a piece of wood in there, so you can slide it in and out. But prototype, junk wood. I'll make it work, and I'll make modifications to it. Well, not to it, but I'll redesign the plan to accommodate for it. But I am going to do a bunch of rounding over. I'll make the shelves for this. I'll probably just make them out of cedar, because I've got enough fence picket material laying around here. I can just make them out of cedar. And then I'll put some rods in it, and we'll see how it works. I may end up wanting to make these wider on the sides. Well, I mean, the whole top and bottom need to be wider anyway, by at least half an inch. But I think I'll change it up. I'll put shelves in it instead. That works. How wide is this gap? This here or this here? This, from inside to inside, is 13 and 7/8 mold holder for Turner. You know what? If it had shelves on it, if I put shelves in it, I bet you could use it for molds. The inner gap is 13 and 7/8. It was supposed to be 14 and a little over, but oh well. This is why I prototype everything. So I am really excited for that twisty thing, like a little spiral. I'm gonna make a lamp. It's gonna be really. I got to make two of them, obviously, but because nobody ever has just one lamp. But I think 3 feet tall, give or take. Make it like a floor standing lamp, or maybe I'll make it taller and I'll run that center pillar up above the spiral. But I don't know how that'll look. And his glasses for when he melts the glass. Hey, Cleveland. You're right. Although archery hunting when it's warm, definitely better. Because I don't have to layer up. I can just put the camo on or the ghillie suit and blend right into the green. Man, that's rough, Justin. Sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, I was super disappointed today with hunting. That snowstorm came in. Like it was snowing a little bit, and that whatever. But when that last round of snow came in, I couldn't see 50 feet, if that. It was terrible. The only bad thing about like rifle hunting when it's cold, or hunting in general when it's cold, is I get too comfortable. I'll take a nap, and then I'll be like all those people in the meme. The deer comes up and eats my lunch. Out here. This is our fishing rod. Oh. Yeah, I think that'll look nice. That'll work out. I feel like the reels make them lean forward. Why are you reconnecting? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna after I do my round over, I'm gonna put on some. I'm gonna line the inside of the slots with probably some of that velvet stuff or some felt. I have felt, and then I'm gonna maybe put a little ball on the end of it, like roll it up, and glue it fast, and block the gap a little bit. Or just take a little piece of rubber in there. Yeah, that'd probably work out. You could do it down the whole side and just cut a slot. Listen, I don't. Steph, I bet I could. Hmm. But I think I'm going to end up calling that a night. Set up for your forge. Oh. Oh, maybe. I don't know if this one is exactly that strong. Oh, holding tools. Yeah, that could work. It won't hold a hammer. It won't hold a hammer. Hey, look at that. I got enough fishing rods to put in it. I'll hang it up something or I'll put it to use. I'll just have to, after the glue's dry and I do all the round overs, I'll make the shelves for it. And it'll sit somewhere. It might sit in here somewhere in a corner. See you later, Alex. Thanks for popping in. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end up calling this a night, guys. I'll finish this up later on and show you guys what it looks like. So, thanks for coming in. Thanks for stopping. Thanks for the likes, the views, all that happiness. We'll catch you all later on. Thanks, Cleveland. Thanks, Chanel, Alex, everybody. Appreciate you coming in.